All right. Looks like we're getting started here, Holy Ones. Let me just share this real quick with the membership area. Well, not membership. Let me see. Yeah, I just got to post my chat real quick. Couple seconds, literally. YouTube chat, Holy Ones. Yeah, I just got to post my chat real quick. Got to mute that. And looks like we got it going on now. All right. Thank you for your patience there. Here we go, Holy Ones. Machiwa. This is our Saturday time together. This is our connection time, our family time. And so we're celebrating our teachings, these inner Christos teachings together, our like-minded interest in these teachings. So I'm very grateful for all of you who are regulars, who are members, who are interested in this body of work. Remember, this is coming from the guardians themselves, the Emerald Order guardians, as originally spoken by Iyasha Ashana, our teacher, who's still going on. And so thank you so much, you guys, for being part of Christos Avatar. We're like one of those ones who reach out to the social media. Ashiana doesn't do social media. But that's okay. You know, I'm going to hit social media, and we're not just focused on indigo children. We're also focused on earth seeds and star seeds. So tonight we're going to be talking about the spiritual warfare. Okay, so there's beings who are serving light, who are serving unconditional love, who are serving God's original intention. Those are the positive angels, the good angels. And then you would say there's those who are chosen. It's not an accident. It's not a mistake. They choose with their free will to go against the original intention of God, to go against the Christos founders races. This is why they're called anti-Christos, because they're against the Christos and what it represents. So you could say it's angels versus angels, fallen angels, though, you know. So, and even though we practice unity and law of one, we don't use the word evil, but I use the title in the video, good versus evil, because that's what people relate to. And it is, when you start listing the atrocious things of these fallen beings, people call it evil. We would call it negative, dark, twisted, distorted. And so, but we all are on the same page. We know that these beings are into loosh energy. Loosh, L-O-O-S-H, right? Loosh energy is any energy produced from torture, fear. Usually those are the first things that come to mind. When you're putting a person, and you know they target kids too. They'll put kids and people, innocent or not, whatever. They will torture them. They will take the loose energy, and it involves sacrifice at the end. There has to be a blood sacrifice. The Satanists, the Luciferians, the fallen angels are all about blood sacrificing. So, but they have no problems doing torture and slavery and all of that. So we're going to be talking about that tonight, not from the Bible point of view, okay? Not from religion's point of view about what are angels and archangels. From our point of view, that's a distortion. And we talk about why religion is a distortion when we get into their false creeds of fear, guilt, shame, devalue women, put women down here, and also do blind worship. We don't worship in the Christos. Worship is slavery. It is bondage. It is subservience. And the Creator God, would never ask of any being to sacrifice. Why would a being who created life take away, harm, hurt life? No, that's the beings who chose that path, who chose to, they call it the path of chaos. A lot of these beings are in the phantom universe. They choose to go against Creator and to become their own little godlets. They want to be the ones being called God. They want to be the ones being worshipped. So Thank you for joining us, you guys. This inner Christos point of view about fallen angels and angels fighting spiritual bondage, spiritual warfare, whatever you want to call it. So let me say hello to everyone, all my brothers and sisters coming on in. Janet Chan, greetings, Holy One. Thank you for being here. Mario Cervedio, what's up, brother? How you doing? Welcome. Connor Science Bowen. Oh, thank you, brother. I didn't double check, but thank you for double checking. Looks like it's all good. I need my lighter. Hello. Oh, it's right here, Barry. Thank you, Connor. We have Shroom Tea in the house. Shalom, Holy Warrior. I'm assuming you're a warrior as well. Thank you, Shroom. Much respect. Karen in the house. Hey there. Much love to you too. Eddie family. Hello, Holy Ones. Sarah Holder, Machiwa sister. Thank you for being a moderator and watching the communities back and your service. Thank you so much, Sarah. Good to see you too. Kevin in the house. What's up, Kev? Tony Kantanga. Are you getting lit tonight? I'm not sure. It's possible. I haven't planned it though. I'm not going to say yes or no right now because I have to see how I feel later. Daphne B in the house. But you get lit if you want to, Tony. No problem. Or anyone else in the house. Daphne B. Familia. Thank you for being a member, Daphne. Thank you for supporting this work. Thank you for showing up regularly. Much respect to you, sister. And thank you for being part of our interviews last week, right? Janet Chan. Yes, I'll say hello to you. Everyone say hello to Janet. Welcome, Janet. I love you. Thank you for being part of this space tonight. You're holding space with us, with this family, with this spirit, with this energy. We come together in our hearts and our minds. Welcome, Janet. Blessings. Indigo Wizard Vato Loco in the house. Thank you, brother, for also being a member for a year. Daphne B's for a year. Thank you for being a moderator as well, brother, and watching our backs. Because, sometimes we need it, right? The one and all in the house. Hello, Omni Ones, loved ones. Welcome, Amber Anderson. Good to have you, Starseed. Jay-Z. I think I said that it's either Jay-Z or Jays. Probably Jays. Jonanov. Thank you, Machiwa Holy One. Good to have you. Free White Dove in the house. Looks like you changed your logo, right? Looks like it. Eddie. When I say logo, I mean your little picture icon. Eddie Hanley. Hello, Holy Ones. Welcome, Eddie. Yes, you said it, Karen. The battle is raging. It hasn't gone anywhere. A bunch of people in the New Age, Love, Light, and Clueless movement think it's all going into global ascension. And no, it's not, Holy Ones. We'll talk about that tonight because that is part of the angels versus fallen angels, the ultimate battle. And that sounds ridiculous, but it even says in here, this is the source of these teachings, okay, by Yasha Ashana Dean. And it calls it the final conflict battle. And I'll show you on the PDF so you can see it. We're not making it up. The Guardians call this the final conflict battle. Machiwa. And obviously it's not over. It's in the process. It's ongoing right now. But as it had a beginning, it's going to have an ending too as well. 55? Really? Oh, you saw us when it was 55? Thank you, Sarah, for sharing that master number. Hello, Indigo. So Zoto Zen in the house. And Zoto's on fire himself, man. He's like putting out videos regularly now. Thank you, brother, for being here and for holding space and teaching the inner Christos teachings. Highly Bronze Chosen One says unhealthy. Okay. Glad to have you. We welcome all points of view on the channel. Just you guys can we can peacefully disagree. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying or what these teachings are about, but please be respectful in chat As soon as someone is not respectful, we're not censoring people. That's a legitimate rule, to be respectful. So when you're not respectful, we have to remove you. Machiwa. We choose to remove those who are disrespectful. Giannis 1111 in the house. Welcome, Star Sister. So glad to have you. Regular in the house. Celine, sister. We got 4 moderators tonight, right? Happy holidays. Well, it's not a holiday, but it's like a holiday when I have all my family in the house, right? Eddie family. Speaking of family. And you guys, if you want to ask a question, please tag Christos Avatar in your message, just like Eddie did. We are one Earthseed married to Indigo 3 with 2 Indigo 3 children. Whoa. That's a generation thing happening there. Thank you for sharing, Eddie. Much respect to you and your family. So happy to have you guys here tonight as we go into this battle, the final conflict between good and evil. Now, I say this in quotes. Notice I did put it in quotes because we don't really mean evil, but it's the characteristic of what most people consider evil. And so, but most people are not into the law of one or unity. Okay, most people prefer an angry, judgmental God and a heaven and a hell. They align themselves with that. They agree with that. They put their free will into that. Now they're aligning themselves with phantom. Now they're speaking phantom. Now they're, you see what I'm saying? You go to a church and learn about a judgmental God and how it's about sacrifice and death and blood rituals. That's aligning yourself, your frequency, your thoughts, your actions, your emotions are now going towards fear, guilt, shame, sin, all this. So we choose with our free will to transmute that. Okay, so that is called religion, but religion is actually the fallen angelic. It's a tool. Religion is a tool based on worshiping. So we do not worship. We're not calling beings God. This is a God. That's a God. That's a God. Oh, Odin's a God. Yahweh's a God. All these, Zeus is a God. Apollo's a God. Frey is a God, goddess. All these different gods. What? It's a distortion. The word God is not understood. It's twisted. People don't know what is God because they're calling that God. It's not God. That's not God. That's not God. But it's all God. But they're saying it's your creator God. It created you. No, you did not. Yahweh did not create you. Brahma did not create you. Allah did not create you. Okay, so who created you? Well, what race are you? Right? Because the human race was created by the Lyrans, the Orphim, not Allah, not Yahweh, not Brahma. Okay? Not Archangel Michael, not Metatron. So you realize we're not following that body of knowledge. Okay, so this is the inner Christ, the inner God. We go inside, we find and activate our Templar. We find our higher identities, our higher consciousness, our higher spirit. And some of those levels are angels, archangels, avatars, solar rishi, ascended masters. I call you holy ones for a reason. You're part of something huge. You are huge, collective family of consciousness. You don't just consider yourself, consider your many selves as one, coming from one divine blueprint. Okay? You are part of this collective. It is your people. It is yourself. Know thyself, holy ones. So you can walk in this broken world safely, with vision to see that which is distortion, that which is truth. Know the difference between an angry God and a loving God. That's a direct opposition. To find an angry God, if the God that you worship expresses anger in any form, you know what I'm saying? Like burning anger, that's what they call it. Why is this being burning angry? You know, a divine, holy, sacred being is not in anger. It has transmuted that a long time ago. The original God was never angry. Okay? Part of God's downstepping, God puts itself, a piece of itself, take a piece of yourself, put it over here, and see what happens. Well, God put a piece of itself here in the time matrix at different levels of itself. So different frequencies of God, different conscious levels of God. So those parts, those fragments of God can become distorted in a hologram field. Part of God's thoughts can wander down and become distorted. Forget. Because of the properties in the hologram, how it's designed with free will, a being can make those distortions and create a temporary loss of memory. You know, part of itself has forgotten itself. And now within that forgetting, you start becoming distorted. You start becoming negative. You start becoming narcissistic. You start becoming psychopath. You start becoming a vampire. This is why we have angels versus fallen angels. It is an ongoing battle. It is, you know, you don't want to battle. We have 222 views. Can someone see that in chat? How many views that there is on this video? 222, and we had 55 earlier. What's going to be next? Holy ones. So we're learning about this whole thing with angels or being. It's the same thing as calling it an alien, an extraterrestrial outside of our terrestrial world. Whether you think the world planet is round or flat, it's still not of this world. It's in an extraterrestrial, like outer terrestrial world. We have this world and other planets. And those are where the angels and fallen angels are coming from. So these are aliens. You want to call them angels? Call them angels. We know what they are. Angels are multi-dimensional beings from other worlds. So we have 3D world, but there's aliens in 4D, the fourth dimension. There's aliens in the fifth dimension, the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then you go into, that is pre-matter. Okay, we have a stage of matter form called pre-matter. Pre as in before matter. So we have liquid light, pre-matter, then we have etheric matter, and then semi-etheric matter, and then carbon matter. And these are stages of body, different stages, evolutions of body, different stages, evolutions of consciousness. And so that's what an angel is. It's here's human, angels up here at a different stage of consciousness and body matter. So the definition of an angel is a being that lives in the sixth dimension. That is an angel. Okay? A being. So any beings that are living in the sixth dimension are angels. It's a level of density matter. It's a level of consciousness that you will even go through. You will ascend through the fourth dimensional astral, okay, the fifth dimensional archetype, and then the sixth dimensional angelic, also called celestial. So right now we're in 3D, someday we'll be in 6D, someday we will be angels. So what's interesting is that the soul essence of an angel can incarnate into a 3D body here. Hello, starseeds. Hello, indigo children. Fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional, and sixth dimensional beings are incarnating on Earth into a 3D body. But it's a hybrid body. And so the fallen angels can do the same thing. They can take their consciousness, their soul consciousness, like fourth, fifth, or sixth dimensional consciousness, and put it into one of their hybrids here on Earth. It is a military tactic. Some people think it's cute. Oh, look, they're so beautiful. Maybe they're beautiful, but you realize they're on a different agenda than the human race. Now, they could wake up, just like an indigo wakes up, and say, hey, I don't choose this path. Part of their DNA, 50%, half Anunnaki, half human, or half reptilian, half human. Well, the half of their self is human. So they could make a decision to not follow their original agenda, their original purpose. Because they were created here with a purpose, and that is the fallen angelic purpose. That is the anti-earth purpose, the anti-human purpose. And so we're trying to discover ourselves, whether you're a hybrid Anunnaki, hybrid reptilian, or you're a hybrid indigo child, or you're some earth seed. We're trying to wake up and figure that stuff out. And so this is a journey for all of us. And we're coming together in this awakening happening on Earth because of the Stargate opening, Stargate closing. They haven't closed yet. They're still in the process of closing. Stargate 7 closed. If you look in the book, you will see in Voyagers 2 that Stargate 7, the crown chakra of the planet, that's SG7 closed in 2022 of January, if it's the same as the book says. So realize that Stargate 6 is still open. That means 5 is still open, 4 is still open, SG3 and 2 and 1 are still open. This is why we're having spiritual ascension symptoms, changes, transformations. We're changing in our body, we're changing in our activations, we're changing in our consciousness, our awareness. Okay, so even if you're not on a spiritual path, because of these stargates still open, going into a closing, which takes decades. It's going to take decades for all these stargates to close. But this is why. This is why we're being visited by angels and fallen angels. It could be in motherships and UFOs, spaceships, or it could be on the ground in a hybrid body. It's complex, but you learn this information, you understand it, and you realize the sit rep is big. The sit rep is on the planet, underground bases, underwater bases, moon bases, other planet bases like Mars. We have spaceships out there, motherships out there. We have these beings coming and going, okay, through portals, through stargates. They don't go light speed. That's ridiculous. That's Hollywood. What's actually happening is they're jumping, they're porting. They're going through stargates, SG3. You know, there is a series called Stargate SG1, Stargate Atlantis. These are disclosure projects. They're telling you, the good guys, the white hats are telling you, look, this is what's happening. Stargates are real, ETs are real, other worlds are real. We're not on a flat Earth, we're on a round Earth, according to the Guardians. They'll show diagrams of a round Earth. They'll explain things from a round Earth, not a flat Earth. You won't hear Ashana talking about flat Earth. You will not see Lisa Renee talking about flat Earth. Okay, we're talking about the whole Amenti project came to Earth into 12 pieces. So Earth is only one piece. Venus is a piece. Mercury is a piece. Mars is a piece. Nibiru is a piece. Tiamat was a piece. Okay, Jupiter, Saturn, all these are pieces. They have their own races. Excuse me. They have their own stargates. Our gates are called the Amenti gates. Mars has its own stargates. Venus has its own stargates, its own aliens, its own life. Your NASA, your Earthling scientists are clueless in this matter. If they're not clueless, they're going to not disclose it. It's a secret. You know, it's called the secret space program. It's in the name. They don't want it to come out. Oh, they'll keep on telling you they're going to come out and disclose, and some of them are, but most of the hardcore ones don't want any changes. They like it the way it is. They're usurping power. They're usurping energy off of planet and off of our people. They keep all of the you would say, healing technologies like med beds or whatever to themselves. They want to live forever. They want you to die. They're into trans. It's called transhumanism. That means become something other than human. They don't want you to be human. They want human out of here. They hate humans. Anunnaki hate humans, but people love Anunnaki. Reptilians hate humans. Look at the Vatican. They hate you, but people are worshiping reptilians. And so, I'm a reptilian. The reptilians are good. They're fallen angelic races. Omicron, look at the top. Look at the avatars. They fell. It is the Omicron dragon moths, fallen angels. Tonight's topic. It is the Omicron dragon moths who created the dragons. A fallen angelic race created the fallen angelic dragons, but you're worshiping dragons. Okay? It is the reptilians, Ododendron winged reptilians, who are, they're part of this too. And then these races created lower races like the Dracos. And they're against the human race. And according to these teachings, once again, not me, it's not coming out of me, I'm not making this up. This is the Emerald Covenant bringing this information out. It is the reptilians and the Zeta Great Aliens. Are you listening? It is the reptilians that you love so much and the Zeta Great Aliens that you think are cute. You like the part Zeta, part human hybrids. Oh, they're cute. They're part human. Their soul essence is not. They say, the Guardians say, that it is the reptilians and the great aliens who took over parallel Earth. Parallel Earth is gone. It is the reptilians that you love and the Zeta Great Aliens that are going to take over this Earth, this timeline. Get things in perspective. There is no global awakening. That's a New Age idea, which is being run by the Jehovian Anunnaki. The same ones running Ashtar Command, the same ones running Galactic Federation, which all these New Agers love and putting all their stock in, putting all their love in, all their energy in, just like they put love and energy into a burning, angry God. It is the Anunnaki that you love who brought us patriarchies. Now almost all religions on earth are patriarchies. That means sexist, devaluing the divine feminine, put down women, make the women wear masks, don't show their beauty, don't show their magnetism, don't show their divinity, put down the women. All these chauvinistic, sexist pigs in these countries, in these attitudes, in these mentalities, putting down the divine feminine. You're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing your nation, your people a disservice. Now you're disempowering your people, not just the women. You're disempowering your whole culture. And so now we have all these things coming out of these hybrid cultures. These hybrid cultures from Sumeria, according to our teacher, according to other teachers like Lisa Renee. Sumer were Anunnaki soul essences. Sumerians were Anunnaki soul essences. No wonder they were worshiping Anunnaki gods, which are Nibiruan gods. Okay, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, all that. Those are Anunnaki people. Those are Nephilim people. Oh, it happened on earth. What I'm saying is these are soul essences in the bodies of these people. Okay? And what do you think all this thing about King Solomon is? Okay? What do you think all these... of course, it's covered in Voyagers, but a couple other different workshops, you'll see how they came in. How they came in and took over things. We have something called the Templar Solar Initiates, related to Atlantis and Lemuria. These Anunnaki that many of you love so much, Inki Anunnaki, Enlil Anunnaki, Marduk Anunnaki, you're worshiping these patriarchies, these anti-Christos, Luciferian Satanists. It was these Anunnaki, Galactic Federation, who was trying to steal the gold box, steal the Ankh tools, and the, what do you call it, the rod and staff tools. Now, the fallen angelics are very smart. They're going to create religions based on real concepts and put some truths in there, mixed with a bunch of anti-Christic truths, or distortions. So you got some truth in there, but it's smothered. It's smothered with fallen angelic propaganda, false creeds. This is why it's called descending Earth. Earth is no longer an ascension planet, homies. You can't naturally, organically ascend on Earth. You have to cheat and use ascension regeneration, bioregeneration techniques in order to ascend on a non-ascension planet. In order to ascend on a non-ascension planet, you have to use bioregenesis techniques, which is taught by the Emerald Order, the Inner Christos Law of One, and they have been teaching it since hundreds of thousands of years ago, literally. It was when he called back then it was called the Maharata. Say it with me, holy ones, Maharata. Maharata. We're speaking Anuhazi. We're speaking Lyran light language. What's up, Maharata? Inner Christ, inner Christos, inner God. Find that within this spiritual warfare. You want to find your inner Christ when you're dealing with these fallen angelics. You are the light beings. You are the ones incarnating on earth. Earth angels, you want to call yourselves. You're these other beings coming from other dimensions to help counterbalance the fallen angelic takeover, to counterbalance in the final conflict. So let's look at that. So you see, I'm not making that shit up, homies. We'll pull up the PDF of this right here. The Secrets of Amente. We're going to pull up on the screen for you to see. And by the way, we have Celine, Indigo Wizard. Our homies are giving you this for free. I mean, a link to get it for free. Or you can go to Ashiana's website and pay $17.77. It's up to you. My Chiwa Holy Ones. Let me pull up PDF. And we'll also give a link to that as well. We love Ashiana, and we're going to share your access to her too. And she's not free though, but check it out. She has a section of free techniques. Let me see. Voyagers 1. I'll open Cathara, Voyagers 1 and Voyagers 2. And put Voyagers 2 on the screen. And switch over to that so you guys can see it. It should be in part 2. So let me put final conflict. And doesn't that sound scary? Final? Okay, final, huh? Yeah. The hidden game board. Final conflict. breeding a final conflict army and planetary shields reversal. Because that's how the fallen angels roll. They like to reverse things, including life force. The final conflict, Stargate 6, Magi priest kings, Magi kings of Azerline. Jeshua was Azerline, Vatos. Christ drama, homies. And we spell Christ with the K. What's up? The long pending final conflict drama. I just gotta always make sure it's showing up on the screen. Let me push F5. Because I've done that before where it wasn't on. Okay, it's gone. Okay, the final conflict drama between humans. That's us, Emerald Covenant, and fallen angelic Anunnaki. Oh wow, you love the Anunnaki though, but they're fallen angelic, the guardians. The Emerald Covenant calls these beings fallen angels while you're worshiping them and giving praise to Inky and saying how wonderful Thoth is, which is an Inky Anunnaki, how wonderful Enoch is, which is another fallen angelic, specifically Jehovian Anunnaki, and the Draconians, the lizard beings, the reptilian forces. Includes Stonehenge, England, that tourists love to go and take pictures of. Now let me find final conflict. The UIR stands for United Intruder Resistance. The final conflict drama. The whole mess of the final conflict drama was brought to our door. The present drama and its potential consequences are much more serious and potentially damaging than the first revealed in the Zeta-ruled society. Remember what I said, the Zeta and the reptilians will take us over. What's up? They're taking over this timeline, just like they did with Parallel Earth. And if you stay in this timeline, you're going to be under a ruled society. E.T. martial law, homies. It says we still have time to prevent this mess. But this is from 1998 or 2000, early 2000. I just wanted to show you that I'm not making these outrageous claims from my own personal opinions. Humanity is not alone or unsupported in this rapidly manifesting final conflict drama. So never realize you're not alone. Don't be depressed. Don't be upset. You're not meant to fall into those energies. That's exactly what they want. That's what the fallen angels want you to do. Be in fear. They're actually commanded, right? They put it in their Bible. They say, fear God, fear Yahweh, fear whatever you call Yahweh, Jehovah, whatever you call it personally. There is interstellar Emerald Covenant nations. Hello, there's some kind Arcturians out there, kind Pleiadians, some loving races, that Andromedan races, other races who are interstellar races that are helping us out. There is guardian legions. There is a bunch of cat people out there. There's a bunch of tall whites, there's a bunch of blonde Pleiadians. There's a bunch of beings out there on our side, too. We're not alone. But the difference between the fallen angels and the angels is that we don't go against free will, they will. This is how you help yourself, you guys, right here. Knowledge of genuine, not New Age, but genuine spirituality. Personal and planetary Templar mechanics. Templar means chakra. So knowledge of your personal chakra and the planetary chakra. That's covered in the Master Templar. In the Cathara, they teach you personal Templar. In the Advanced Templar, they're going to teach you planetary Templar. All you what do you call indigo type 1s, you're going to be wanting to study the Master Templar to learn planetary grid work. Learn those round tables, they're called, round tables. And the dynamics of human biology and the DNA. This is what we learn. We talk about the DNA template. We talk about the Cathara grid template. What's underneath the chemical DNA. We're not talking about chemical DNA, homies. We're talking about the scalar DNA template, the divine blueprint that's under the energy structures underneath the matrix. Have you seen the matrix? In this regard, the organic, okay, because an angry God is not the organic God, okay? The real God, the organic God given brain, and the biological DNA are mightier than photosonic swords, because you know they're sending us all kinds of energy weapons in our air. They actually have heard Ashana talk about these photosonic energy that they're weaponized and using against us. Unnatural external technologies. Guardians don't use external technologies. We use the inner Templar. We use a Merkaba vehicle of light. We don't need to use a UFO or technology like the fallen ones do. Humans can, in the Stargate opening cycle, now Stargate closing cycle of the present generation, set this planet free from 2000. We've been in bondage for 27,000 years, you guys. Covert bondage, covert ET enslavement. So we can go on. You see there's 60, it says right here, 64 results of the final trump card, final conflict drama. Final conflict, final conflict, final conflict, final conflict. We're in a final conflict drama. Do you get it yet? The Battle of Armageddon. Oh, the Draconians and Anunnaki, you think are your friends? Final conflict drama, final conflict drama. The stellar activation is happening because of the stellar activation cycle. This is why we're having ascension symptoms, why there's a whole bunch of people awakening, and why we're having a final conflict is because of this Stargate opening cycle and awakening. These beings don't want you to awaken. They don't want you to awaken yours. It's called it's either called the Diamond Sun DNA or there's a few other names for it. Basically, it's a 12-strand DNA. They don't want you awakening your 12-strand. They're afraid of us awakening our 12-strand. Final conflict drama. Final conflict drama. You getting it? Final conflict drama? Earth drama being set up by the competing Anunnaki and Draconian. They're not friends. They're competing gangsters. But according to Ashiana, the reptilians are winning between this conflict. The Anunnaki are losing their power. They're still here. But the reptilians are taking over. And according to this information, they're going to win. They're going to take us over. This is why we're called. Okay, this is also what I wanted to look for. Descending Earth. 6 results. In the teachings, I'm not making it up, Earth is falling. Yes, it's falling, according to the Emerald Guardians themselves. The portions of Earth that fall, that do not make the shift, okay? That's why we're not saying everybody. There's a portion, and that's a majority portion. The majority of humans will become Phantom Earth. Right here in the beginning of these Emerald Order teachings, the Voyagers books, they're telling you how Earth is falling. This is now, if you don't want to fall, you need to get your ass out of here by using bioregenesis techniques, learn tradic phase currents, learn how to build your Merkaba star, Learn how to build your plasma body and get the F out of here, star seeds, indigos, earth seeds. Waking up. Descending earth. Descending earth. Descending earth. Descending earth. We're in a descending earth. Self-evacuation. Get your ass out of here. Self-evacuate yourself. Get your Merkaba in place. Get the F out of 3D, homies. You don't want to stay in 3D. Okay. Machiwa. I love you. Unconditionally. Omni Christos love, baby. We're doing this with light. We're doing this with love. Okay? We're bringing in the Christ code, the Christos 12th dimensional code. We have this awakening. Omni Christos love, baby. Treat each other in Christ consciousness. Treat each other like you think Jesus would do. It's not about Jesus. Jesus is one of many avatars. Guardian Alliance, Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds. He's what you call Indigo Type 1. Ashana, our teacher, is an Indigo Type 1. Those are called Ekar. So we are finding these, about this whole extraterrestrial fallen angelic war, but we're also finding the tools to make it through this final conflict, which involves extraterrestrial beings who hate you. They want to kill you. They want to enslave you. They want to take your planet and your resources and your stargates. We were put in as guardianship over the stargates. That's on us. We have had stargates taken over from us. SG4 gone. A few of these stargates gone. Taken over. Now they have access. Now they can move in and out through the Egyptian gate. For example, that's where SG4 is. It's in the pyramid, the Great Pyramid of Giza. That's why the Guardians put it there when we still had it. When we were in control of SG4. So the astral gate, astral, 4D is the astral level. So they have the astral gate. So this is a war over the gates. Bush, ex-President Bush Sr., and, we got the 90s Iraq war. Why are they going to that Stargate? There's a Stargate over there. There's secret underground archaeological centers over there. Going to take them, going to steal them. This country, America, was created by Freemasons. Even though we think we're the land of the free, the home of the free and the brave, we're not free, and we're under spiritual bondage here. And you're all practicing your churches and Catholicism and Christianity and following an angry phantom god. Yahweh is phantom. Even the Hindus worshiping Brahma, into phantom. They're into blood rituals. You're into death. You're into sacrifice. This is why you're falling in the final conflict. This is why you're falling in the falling earth, descending earth, phantom earth. Now you speak phantom. Now you're judging people just like the Bible does. Now you're judging. You're yelling and screaming at people and telling them that they're going to be tortured forever in a lake of fire if they don't believe in this Messiah. Be saved, they say. You're not being saved, holy ones. Your information is not even learning about the fallen angelics or the extraterrestrial negative alien agendas. Yeah, you're clueless. You don't even believe in aliens. You're just believing in a pissed off God, and you're going to get salvation from it. You're getting some type of spiritual wisdom and enlightenment from fear. You're getting some enlightenment from shame. You got to be a guilty sinner. You got to be shameful. You got to be subservient. You got to put grovel. You got to be a slave. You know, we don't like that in the world. We don't want slaves in the world. We abandon slavery, but it's not gone. It's still here. You got humans being enslaved. You got women being enslaved. You got children being enslaved. You got boys that they don't care if it's men or women. You know, there's a bunch of homosexuality in these elites. They want boys with boys. P. Diddy, you know, is known for that too. You see, it doesn't matter if you're some singer, some rapper, some actor. You want to get into the Illuminati. You want to get in good. You want to get in tight with the elites. You got to be a homo. That wasn't politically correct. You got to be homosexual. You got to be a trans. You got to mutilate your genitals. Genital mutilation. What does that do to your energies? What does it do when you circumcise your baby boys? What does that do? There is some sexual misery program going on. They bring, collect this loose energy. Did you know that 1 out of 3 girls are raped? Molested. Damn! %33%, 1/3 of the girls that you know have been molested. In my family, it is true. So you don't want to be human. You want to be trans or something other than which your soul birthed you in as. Your soul chose your gender. But this is transhumanism. This is distorted energies. This is not organic, not natural. You want to be something other than. You're being programmed. You're being conditioned to being something other than human. And it won't just be your gender messed with. You're also going to be messing with animals. Why not? Make love with the horse or dog, according to these people. We know from these teachings they're going to go that direction. Up there in Tara, up in the 4th dimension, the 5th dimension, and the 6th dimension, they're doing all that despicable, dark shit. Oh, we think this white powder, I don't say that keyword. I'm not going to say that keyword. Something chrome. Okay, this white powder that the elites want. They got it perfected up there. They're doing all kinds of crazy stuff up there. We're just little, we're innocent compared to what they're doing up there, but they're coming down here and making it dark down here. Sorry, I haven't looked at chat in a while. Sorry, guys. This can be an emotional topic, but blessings to all of you, my Chiwa Holy Ones. Let me refresh. And light my incense. Yeah, Lazriel said it. Darkness doesn't want you to sin. It doesn't want you to weaken. It wants you to be disempowered. All they teach is Zoto, Zen. I think I can put it in safely put it in chat. Which is being sold, by the way. Which is being harvested regularly. I put it in chat for you, Soto. Okay, so I just want to make it clear, I'm not saying it's wrong to be LGBTQ. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer. I'm not making that up. That's what people use this term. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's not the it's not the ideal. The ideal is to be with a soulmate or a twin flame, because at different stages we have soulmates, and at other lifetimes we're going to have twin flames. It depends on what number you are. If you're number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, or number 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 or 11, or are you number 12? 6 of those are going to be male, 6 of those are going to be female. So it depends on which pairing you are. Some of those pairings are soulmates, which is not the same as twin flames. But they're going to be a lot better than having a regular mate, or to go bisexual or gay. So you won't get that extra bonus. That's just what I'm trying to say. It's not wrong. It's simply not ideal. Because I've heard Ashiana talk about when you're with your twin flame, your field, we're talking about your light body, your aura, your life force, will be twice as big. She even said 2.5 times bigger before. I've heard her describe it. You're not going to get that with LGBTQ. It's going to be normal or even stunted. So it's not the ideal, but it's not wrong. There's no such thing as wrong or right or good or evil. This is why I put it in quotes. Okay? So, yeah, let me light this. And to each their own. Make your own choices. Make your own lifestyle choices. I've never been interested in men. But I've had men interested in me, and they showed it. Not interested. Only interested in the female gender. Thank you very much. And that too is in my family. No judgment, but I'm just saying. It's prevalent, right? Just because my family members make those choices, I'm not. Always loved females. Always loved the beauty and magnetism of girls and how they're so different in their minds and hearts. And generally speaking, the softer, gentler sex, gender. Girls, beautiful girls, girls. Not boys. Oh my gosh. No, thank you. I'll say it politely. No, thank you. Not interested. I only like... did you notice? I don't know if you guys noticed, but males were created with the penis, and did you notice it goes inside a vagina? That's how we were designed. That's how the human template was created. But this whole thing, trans is coming from transhumanism. Trans comes from transhumanism. And when you go deep into these teachings, you guys, you'll see how this is happening. How and why are we having gays, lesbians, bisexuals, Why are we having people wanting to be like, they show the rainbow, they want to be able to have relations with kids legally? You see how the devil, the Satan, the Lucifer, they're trying to get inside us. They're bringing their shit to us. Now we like it. Now we want to be like it. We want to be roll in that programming. It's a programming. You don't a bunch of people acting like clowns who don't even believe in ETs. They have no idea. They have no idea what's coming. They won't believe in ETs, and then they'll see them. And then they'll remember all this conversation about fallen angel aliens. That how Anunnaki are not your friends, but wow. It's a rude awakening call. It's a wake-up call. Hello. So, I don't want to talk about that too much because it offends people who feel naturally as a gay or a lesbian. So, I let that conversation go. That's all we'll talk about it tonight. So, if you don't think there's distortions in the world, man, if you don't think there's some programming or mind, control, they do talk about these MJ-12 and these secret things in the government, but people don't think that's true. They doubt it. No, that's conspiracy. That's not real. At the same time, you got Hollywood blockbuster stars like Tom Cruise showing you that the Illuminati are real. And Nicole Kidman, I'm just making one example out of many. Oh, your own president saying, who was it, George Bush Sr., we're all going to a new world order. That's what President Bush Sr. said. And a few other presidents kind of like sort of just put it out there. But you still doubt it's not real. No, it's a conspiracy. You're crazy. Take your meds. You're a schizophrenic. See a shrink. And when this all goes down and they're running for their lives, because I've seen it. I saw these giant, I would say 18 feet tall, baby. Okay, you're 5 foot. Okay, what's 18 foot? What's 18 foot? I've seen 18-foot reptilians, man. And these little dinoid creatures, like dinosaurs, like raptors, once again put out in movies. You got gargoyle movies, you got vampire movies, dragon movies. These fallen beings are in your movies, and you start to love them. You got you're excited, you get all excited over these beings who are actually very, very dark. I mean, this is masterful type of hoax. I mean, these beings are brilliant. If they know how to reverse Earth's grids, 2/3. They don't want the whole thing going, so they just do 2/3. Once again, this is also in Voyagers. They distorted 2/3 of Earth's grids. Another thing that you need to see with your eyeballs. It's called the Nibirian Dyadic Crystal Grid. And notice that word. Nibirian. So switch back to the PDF. Go to the top. Well, how do you initialize that? Nibarian dyadic crystal grid. Oh, wow. One result. So since there's only one result, let me spell it out. Nibiruian. I did spell it right. Nibiruian dyadic. Yeah, there we go. See, there's 25 results for that. Okay, so the Nibarian dyadic crystal grid, NDC grid. And I know it has to do with Marduk, so let me look for Marduk. The gold box, the Babylon massacre, like in the Bible. The gold box, the Ark of the Covenant. This stuff was real things. Stonehenge, the Ark tools, Babylon. Okay, that's not what I was looking for, but there was the rod and staff. Remember, I mentioned the rod and staff and the Ark of the Covenant earlier. And now the Babylon massacre, the Babylon, where everyone started speaking different languages. Ashana talks about that. She talks about how they got people to speak different languages. It was mathematics. It was science. $20,000, 25,000 years ago. It mentioned earlier that we've been under this control. Hello, we've been under this control for 25,000 years. They use technology. They use UFOs because they can't go in a light body. They use science fiction. They turn it into science. So, Anunnaki, all you Anunnaki lovers, a Nibarian dyadic crystal grid control, the rod and staff. That's still not what I want, but they're going over the history line here when they talk about Jesus, England, John the Baptist, and Miriam, the half-sister of Jesus, the real Jesus, not the fake one in the Bible. We want to disengage the Nibarian dyadic crystal grid. I think this is in a workshop. This is why I'm not finding what I want. It's not showing up, you guys. Sorry, but Marduk, Anunnaki, and this has to do with the Luciferian rebellion. The Nibarian, because that's where Marduk is. I know for some reason they spell it with an E. Everyone else spells it with no E. But anyways, there's a little subscript here. Let's look what it says. Oh, it's an Anunnaki plus an Omicron Draconian. So that's an Anu Draco. That means they're half Anunnaki, they're half Draconian. That's what a Marduk is, on half Omicron. So they seized control of Nibiru because the Guardians once controlled Nibiru, man. Remember, all 12 planets, because there was originally 12, all 12 planets came from Tara. But one of our planets, Nibiru, got taken over by the Marduk Anunnaki. And they also took over a Stargate in our sun. That's why it's called Solar Stargate. It's a dominion, a Anunnaki race dominion. But you guys love Anunnaki, but they're trying to dominate you. And they're going to trick you and give you all these false narratives. The Nibarian dyadic crystal grid Templar as in Stargate control network in Stonehenge, England, not your friend. You want to hang out in Stonehenge? You want to go take pictures in Stonehenge? So let me see. Yeah, this is in one of the other workshops. It'll explain it in more detail, but at least you're seeing it's not something just made up here. It's technology. This is how they reverse 2/3 of Earth's grid. Using these huge crystals. They're city size, you guys. And if you have 12 of them on this side in particle universe and 12 in the anti-particle universe, They used both of those. So that's 12 plus 12. That's 24 crystals in this Nibarian dyadic crystal grid. And this is how they reverse 2/3 of Earth's fields. So now this is why we started having aging and death. It's absolutely diabolical and horrific because it didn't just affect us. All life on Earth is affected by this 2/3 distortion in Earth's fields. Now we are no longer immortal because we once were. We used to, instead of dying and reincarnating, we didn't do that before. We would transmute. Do you know the difference between transmuting and dying and reincarnating? Transmuting is you'll go into a flash of light into your new body, into the new location. Now we have to die and then go through the ascension process. Not back then. We didn't have to go through all that shit, but now because of the Nibarian dyadic crystal grid, what the Marduk Anunnaki did, but now all the Anunnaki are part of it. Now it's that they also use something called Battlestar Nibiru. I made a video about that, you guys. Please check it out. If you just search for that on my channel, you'll find it. So happy to have you guys with us here on this live. Blessings to all of you. Hugh Lay in the house. Talking about the songs, yeah. Ru E.G. Yeah, I've heard that before in Kalontic Science. What a shame that Thoth has fallen. Yeah. It's not like yesterday's news, though. Thoth has been fallen. He was attacking in human seeding 1, which was 25 million years ago. You see how this guy can pop back and forth in time because of his Death Star Merkaba, reverse Merkaba star. He's immortal. So this is why you can see Thoth millions of years ago. You can see Thoth today. So Sarah Holder, sorry about your headache, sister. Thank you for being here. Machua. Yeah, it's like Zoto said, you always want to do your Maharic seal. And I personally, I start with the mentor technique, which is kind of like meant to do right before the Maharic seal. The mentor technique puts that white sphere right here above your right shoulder. It starts here and goes up, and then it goes from like a white sphere into a basketball size sphere. That is your mentor. Now do your Maharic seal. Machiwa. And then do whatever you like Soto said. Life Experience just came in. Welcome, Life Experience. Zen Piano. DNA, ask a question. How do we bring in DNA? Does the consciousness of the incarnating soul affect the DNA? Well, the incarnating soul is the one that's bringing the DNA. So when you say bring in DNA, DNA has to do with your chakra. It has to do with your activations of your DNA strands. And so you do that also through the chakra, though, I'm saying. Like 4-strand DNA means you got your 4th heart chakra activated. So basically, between life and death, you're in the core of the planet. You're in your let's just say you're in your morphogenetic field. And then when you're ready, your soul is ready to reincarnate your ass. Then you go out of your morphogenetic field into the new body of your chosen parents. And from the fetus of your chosen parents, your mom. And so you found a fetus, or you found a family that you're going to be part of. And so it's it basically, when it comes to indigo children, it's prearranged. You actually make a birthing contract to come in and be birthed by your parents, created by your parents. They're going to create a body for you. And so this is something that is talked about actually here. In these contracts, your parents have to be updated. If you look that up, you'll find out that the parents are part of the process. But your 3D parents probably don't remember. My parents don't remember, you know. And in my family, I would say my grandma was psychic, or she was spiritual. I mean, it's like a lot of people. She was spiritual, but still believed in religion. So it wasn't like a inner Christos type of awakening, but it was still there. Something like a part of it herself, my grandma. And so I believe my mom is part of it, but she's not awakened. And I'm sure you guys can look at your own family and see that there could be, like, one of your family members are some type of indigo or starseed. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah. And it's a journey, you know. Even if you're the only one in your family, you'll still meet other like-minded people. You're here now, right? I'm holding space with us. JS, you would maybe, I haven't heard anything about that, about masturbation, but let me look it up on Lisa Renee. Certain things that I don't know, I look on Lisa Renee's Ascension Glossary. Masturbation. Maybe I should spell it right. I don't think she has it under masturbation. I don't know. I can't remember anything being said about that, but what I would do is look at, all I can do is suggest her sacred sex workshop. But let me look for the official name for you. I'm not even sure because I haven't watched that, but that sounds like that would be something talked about in the Sacred Sexuality Workshop. Yeah, she made part 1, part 2, and part 3. Part 1 was in Denver, part 2 was in Phoenix. It's called Sacred Sexuality and the Art of Divine Relationship, part 1. I'm pretty sure, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure masturbation will be talked about in there. And you find these workshops by using that name I just told you, plus add Ashiana Dean to your search. Okay, so good question though, if you're sincere. Anushka, welcome. Better late than never, right? Good to have you. Sunset Dreams in the house. Elephant tusks. I believe they're going to use the Ark of the Covenant to open portals to Mars. Well, there is something called the Gold Box, but what we call the Ark of the Covenant is actually a portal. It's a passageway. So, I believe that the Ark tools, such as the Ankh and the rod and staff, are hidden by the Guardians. The Gold Box has been stolen back and forth. There's 111 likes, 111. Someone put that in chat. But yeah, this is an ongoing thing. Oh, 144 people. At the same time as 111 likes. 144 people and 111 likes. Is anyone else seeing this? My instance didn't go very well, huh? It looks like there's something wrong with this charcoal. So I will do another charcoal. Is that melting? No. This way. There's one. And I actually had to buy more of those things. This is what a box of charcoals looks like. Oh shit. Okay. And it holds, I don't know how many rolls it holds. But you put it down and light it up, and then put your resins on there. But so fallen angels, you guys, this happened a long time ago. And to some people, it doesn't make any sense when I say 250 billion years ago. But we're not even talking about our universe, okay? We're talking about a different universe and how these universes are available. You just have to go through the spiritual ascension. The spiritual ascension process to go up and out of here into the next one, which will have its own years, its own timeline. This is how this happened in density universe 4, which is pre-matter. Okay? Yes, it was 250 billion years ago. This is a war between the Anu Elohim. Okay? And then it is the Anu Elohim who attacked us, who attacked the Guardians, who attacked the Anuhazi planet. They actually backed up Stargate 11 to affect the Guardians' Stargate 12, SG-12. So, but the Guardians allowed it. And I explained that before. It takes a long time to explain that, but they allowed it to happen. And so, it's not as if they couldn't take out the Anunnaki they could have easily done that. A 12th dimensional being could easily wipe out an 11th dimensional being. Just like an 11th dimensional being could easily wipe out a 10th dimensional being. You have so much more powers above the dimension below you. There is no comparison. You're godlike. That's a description. It helps you understand so much more power, right? Godlike means so much more power. They're godlike compared to a lower dimensional being. So the Guardians could have easily wiped them out. But this is something that happened 250 billion years ago in the cradle of Lyra, and they all were fighting there between the Anunnaki. They didn't exist yet. They're called the Anu Elohim and the Omicron. And then those created the Phantom Matrix when they had all this warring. And so that's where a lot of these beings are now. Not all of them, but most of them are in the Phantom. What religion calls the lake of fire. Hades. Hell. So we don't call it that. Religion does. We call it a sub-time-space distortion field. It's physics. It's a black hole system. So the Wezedak is another time matrix. It's also a black hole system. Fallen angels live in black hole systems. What is a black hole? You see it's taking in light. It's against light. It's against creator. It's against everything. It's a reverse. It's a reverse consciousness. A reverse of life force. You take life force, live, L-I-V-E, in reverse live, evil. L-I-V-E is E-V-I-L backwards because you're reversing life. And so they live in this state. Can you imagine their body forms are scary as shit? No wonder they look like goblins and monsters and creatures and dark. These dark beings look wicked looking. because they're distorted. They have distorted DNA templates. They have distorted consciousness. They're against life. They are finite. They are going into a self-destruction, and they have to keep on stealing energy from the living races, living planets, living solar systems, living people. They're actively feeding. They have to feed in order to see. You can just go into your refrigerator, get some food, and live. They have to go siphon it off life force from people to live. Okay, so this is what fallen angels are. They're phantom beings. They're beings who don't have the life force because they cut off themselves from the life force. When you take 12 strand and cut that off, now you're not connected to 12, 13, 14, 15, and the Ascended Master levels. It also means those levels can't incarnate into your race line because they're cut off. They did that on purpose. They wanted to be literally cut off from the guardians. Now they started having 11-strand templates or less. This is why we have darkness from 1 to 11. A lot of people in the New Age think, oh, it's all blessed and nice and good after the astral, or lower astral at least. Nope. There is the possibility of darkness all the way up to the 11th dimension. Oh, there's good beings in there too. That's not what we're saying. We're saying spiritual warfare can happen all the way up to 11D. Technically 11.5 because of the Metatron's eye. Also called the Yahweh eye. The eye of Yahweh, or the eye of Metatron. So these are technologies. Remember, they use technologies. They don't use, you would say, spiritual energies or technologies. So, if you want to go across the galaxy, you can. You don't need no spaceship. What I'm saying is guardians evolve into the ability to go with will and with changing their body frequency and going through their Templar template to the planet's template, and kind of like the movie Stargate. You're taking portals and gates with your consciousness. You don't need a UFO for that. But UFOs can be used to do that. Some people don't have their light body or their Merkaba field, so they travel other ways. So maybe you'll find a portal. Are you going to be able to get through the portal, right? Yeah, you said it, Crystal Cat. Organic tech versus inorganic tech. I don't know about you guys, but I will rather rely on my own tech, my own spiritual tech, and not be limited, not be disempowered, but be empowered. No, it's not coming from a space of ego. You're powerful. You know that you can, ultimately, when you are in a higher state, you could do supernatural things. Teleport, telepathy, read minds, mind-to-mind communication. Even not just the inner Christos teachings. I've heard people in learning like the monks, or not, they don't call them monks in Hinduism. What do they call it? Like the yogis and stuff. They're able to do things like heat up, like burn things with their hands. Am I teaching you how to do that? No, I'm not. I never claimed to be a master. I am simply assisting people learning the inner Christos. My channel is not about psychic power development, but you can learn psychic powers by learning Kathara. Am I saying that you're going to learn how to burn things with your hand? No. First of all, that shouldn't be your main focus. But you will be. I think they're called Siddhus, cities, or Siddhars, something like that. People who can do, like Jesus supposedly walked on water. That sounds like being able to control energy. Someone who can control and manipulate energy. And but we were talking about the false Jesus, and who knows what the real 12-strand avatar Jesus could do. So, but yeah, you guys, this is something that we're learning in these teachings. These are our teachings. We're part of Team Indigo, baby. What's up? Give me 5. We come in as a guardian group. We're meant to meet each other. We're meant to co-create. We're egalitarian. We're friendly. We're loving. Okay? We're in a world that is not. We have a world that is fragmented, at war with itself. A lot of people are falling into depression. A lot of people are falling into disease. A lot of people are falling. So we're offering you would say, we're bringing in that from these higher dimensions, the consciousness. This is why we're the trailblazers, the way showers. We're showing you the path, the walk. We're giving and sharing the teachings. You're meant to learn these teachings, awaken yourself, make those changes in your life, and then help others, facilitate others to be able to do it for themselves. Because right now, they don't have the tools. A lot of humans are lost. Star seeds are meant to help earth seeds. Machiwa. XCVII, which is Roman numerals, wouldn't that be 907? I'm not an expert. I emailed you about a recent experience that happened to me regarding the negative ETs trying to bribe me, saying I did what they asked. I could be like Elon Musk. I mean, a lot of people would like to be like Elon Musk, right? Yeah, you guys, I don't answer all emails. I don't answer all messages. I have over 300 getting closer and closer to 400,000 members. So you better believe I get a lot of emails, and I don't even want to answer everybody's email, especially if it's a negative one. If it's, when people are expressing, I was in, what are those sex rituals? They were victims of that. I don't want to hear people's horror stories. I'm not a personal counselor. I'm not a guidance counselor or a spiritual advisor. That's not my job. I don't even want to do that. I tried that. Some of you who've been with me for a couple of years know that I used to do one-on-one consultations. But I found out real quick, I do not want that energy. I don't want that energy. And I have that right to do that. I never advertise that I do that. I don't advertise that I'm going to help you out with your issues. That's one of the things about these teachings is we learn how to go inside. We learn how to facilitate that. Everything you need is inside. Even if you just started learning some of the basics, go through Cathara 1. Voyagers 1. Learn Voyagers 2. If you want to, learn angelic realities. When you got those under your belt, then start learning Cathara 2, Cathara 3, Cathara 4. Okay? Are you getting what I'm saying? It's all within. You learn the teachings. I can't replace Ashiana's work. I'm not trying to. I'm simply helping beginners get to the advanced stuff. Introduce these concepts because a lot of people simply don't understand. You can read some of this advanced stuff over and over and not get it, right? So this is where I come in and try to help that bridge to the more advanced stuff. So, and think about this. Ashiana's not a spiritual advisor either. She's not going to help you with your problems and your secret space program victimization or satanic rituals victimization. You guys, I can't help all of you. I'm not doing that. I'm not being a spiritual advisor. I've said that more than once. And I certainly don't answer all these emails, and certainly not someone dumping all of their life problems. That doesn't mean I don't love you or I don't care. That simply means there's no way I can get involved in that conversation and create a whole thread, a whole bunch of more questions. I found out really quick, I can't make videos. I can't do what I need to do when I'm being a spiritual advisor. So I can't answer all the messages. Negative ETs, yeah. There's all kinds of negative ETs. They're going to bribe you. They're going to try to victimize you. They're going to try to manipulate you. They're going to get you to work for them. Or they're going to stop you, shut you down from if you're against them. It's a spiritual war. What's up? We learn how to control that. We learn how to heal that. We learn how to move on. I was in darkness for a little while in my beginning. I was like, getting into magic systems. I was getting even these tools and devices to help me be magic. It was in my own distorted ideas. Okay? In my own distorted ideas, I had to get through it. I was suffering in my physical health. I was having anger issues. Did I go and get some help from somebody and ask for some psychic healing or some birth chart reading or no? I figured this shit out on my own. I came out of these problems on my own. I learned it on my own. Nobody held my hand. Nobody told me what I should do or shouldn't do. I figured it all out. Every single one of you are God, sovereign, free, baby. It's within your Christ consciousness, your inner Christos. Within, not without, not someone's help, not relying. I just got a message yesterday. I'm being attacked. Help. Please help me. I can't. I won't. It's not my job. I'm not an exorcist. I'm not a ghostbuster. I'm not jumping into your dark shit. That's not my job. My job is to share content, to make content. I'm making videos. Do you understand? When I wake up, as soon as I wake up, I get my green tea and I start working on videos. I worked on my videos to 3 or 4 o'clock, and then I work on a long video. And then some days I do lives. I work all the way to 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and then I relax. There's no way I can sit here and advise you, advise that email, advise that direct message, answer that person's question, answer this person's question. I found out super quick. There's no way I can do that. Machiwa. Blessings, I love you. For example, when Zoto Zen is going to be making all of these videos, he's going to get swamped with questions. You find out, I'm sure that's why Lisa Renee doesn't do social media, why Ashiana doesn't social media. But I'm specializing in social media, so I'm going to be dealing with that. We got Candace. What is that? Har har. Isn't that Krishna stuff? Are you talking Krishna? I haven't seen you in ages, Candace. What's up? Machiwa. Are those some devils emojis? You like devil emojis, huh? Good to see you, Candace. Haven't seen you in ages. Oh, Avatar Project. I don't know what that is. But for example, what we talk about as an avatar, what do they say of an avatar is? And I wasn't, trying to put all that on you, brother. I'm simply, I guess that's something that's been happening to me every single day, man. You see what I'm saying? Every single day. And I have so many people wanting to join my Facebook, I can't even read them all. I can't look at every single profile. And I'm not going to accept a friendship until I look at their profile. Some people, I just want to say, some people want to be my Facebook friend, but they're hiding all their posts. I'm not going to become your friend when I can't see your posts. What's up? Machua. I want to see that the person is also like-minded. That it's not a troll. You understand? I get targeted. I get targeted by some people. They'll attack my posts. They'll attack me. They'll try to start a thread. I close that shit up real quick. We transmute. We learned that we have to transmute. I don't want to transmute. I would like to be friendly and happy with everybody, but there's some people who just are not expanding their consciousness. They're just speaking lip service to it. They call themselves indigo type 1s, but they definitely do not act like it. You see those people a mile away, and they wonder why you're blocking them, muting them, not talking to them, not responding. They wonder why. I don't know. So you guys, you will find yourselves putting boundaries on people. It doesn't mean in their mind they're going to think it's weakness or you can't have this conversation. No, it's you deciding, I'm not having this conversation. This is part of the fallen angel war. You're going to have narcissists. You're going to have psychopaths. You're going to have vampires. Okay? Up on your ass. They don't like light. They don't want light. They're against your message. They're against your agenda. So they're going to pretend to be your friend. And then they're going to find, then that's when they get in, then they're going to reveal themselves because they can't help it. This is what narcissists and psychopaths and distorted consciousness, 3D consciousness does. They can't help themselves. They're following their paradigm is twisted. They're into distortions. They're into fear. They're into I'm better than you, elitism. The whole freaking, they call it spiritual. A bunch of people calling themselves chosen ones. I'm a chosen one. Did you skip the lesson on unity? How about law of one? If there's the sacred universal law of one, there's no such thing as chosen ones. But this is exactly what people are entitling themselves to. I am a chosen one. How dare you say I'm not chosen, right? Nobody's doing any daring. It's simply the concept of law of one. If all are equal in God, homies. If all are equal in God, guess what? There's no chosen ones. And get another concept. We live in a 15-dimensional time matrix. And everything in it comes from up here. Everything in the time matrix. People that you call stupid, people, little animals, little insects, everything in here came from the Ascended Master level. It is Ascended Masters who came in here. Everything is an Ascended Master. Everything is connected to God. There is no one lesser than you. There is no one chosen over you. We're all Ascended Masters. We're all part of the Creator. This is the thing about those people get tripped over. They get tripped over and think of this game and manifestation. And they start comparing themselves. You're not seeing the whole. You're not seeing law of one. You're not seeing unity. You're not seeing omni Christos love, baby. You're seeing a little keyhole. You're seeing I'm better than you, so you should listen to me. Right? Or I learned some inner Christos teachings. Now I'm better than you. I know better. And you're not following Tantra Ahura. You're wrong. That's not right. Machiwa. So this is what we're like in this angel versus fallen angel. This is what we're in. We have people who are the narcissists, the ones feeding, the ones who are aggressive. You see the aggressive ones, you see the negative people trying to entangle you, they're fishing. They want you to trigger. They want you to react. And then when you block them, they can't get you to react. Now they are not in control because you transmuted the situation. In their eyes, you're weak. You see what I'm saying? Dark beings think you're weak when you're in love and light and trying to be good and kind and honoring other life. They think you're weak. And so they're going to be phrasing that in that way. We just made a live two lives ago. We made a video about narcissists, about psychopaths, how they do it, why they do it, okay, all the symptoms of it, how to see a narcissist. 30 different characteristics of narcissists. Now you become knowledgeable. Now you see a narcissist a mile away. What they say, what they do, that's a narcissist. Now you know. Now you transmute the narcissist. You get the narcissist out. You have a whole bunch of people you have blocked that are narcissists. Especially like me, when you have hundreds of thousands of people following you. You know how long my block list is? You know how many narcissists have left horrible, disgusting, twisted comments that I had to remove because I'm responsible for the chat. I'm responsible for the energy that comes into the Christos avatar platforms. I've got to clean it up. I clean it up. I don't want you guys to deal with it. This is why I have moderators. Because if I didn't have moderators, they would come in droves, man. They would be they would be planning themselves. My wand. I do this every day, right here, along my chest, right here. So this is where I get my information. This is an energy healing device. I know it looks like a dildo. It's not a dildo. A vibrator. It's not a hair dryer either. A hair dryer is not insulated. Every time a girl is using a hair dryer or a guy, it's radiation. You understand what electrical, we're in an electrical grid and you're using electrical devices. There's negative fields. Oh, you believe in positive fields, but why am I not surprised that Candace is being deleted? Right? Why? I don't know why. Yeah, it's you. All right. So yeah, this is a healing device, and this helps with my lymphatic inflammation. So this is something that is like a miniature little med bed. So we don't get to have those technologies. They're technologies that are being, you would say, they're on the surface. But there's some that are off surface or only available to the secret space program people. people in the programs, or people in the power of the programs, or people in power, the elite. If you're wealthy, millionaires, billionaires, they have access to this. And so, yeah. And this is just, when you go to the next timeline, you will have access to all these technologies. You will be in a new body. You will be in a new consciousness. You will be in space travel by then. You will be in super advanced technologies. And we know that a part of our race is immortal. There are immortal humans, not on Earth. They're in different dimensions. You have immortal humans. Well, I don't know. Maybe you have some immortal humans that they're using temporary immortality. This white powder, I can't say the key word. I said it in the chat. This white powder, they use that for like some type of help to, but it's not like they're getting enough of it. It's not like it helps you really last forever. It just takes care of some youthful appearance, because you still see these elite people getting old and wrinkled and dying. So it's not like it's working 100%, right? So eventually we will have control over aging and dying. It won't be something you need to get or harvest from some innocent kid. Okay? Instead, you will be able to how to do it inside yourself. You see, the fallen angels are not like that. The fallen angels don't roll like that. They're about stealing, taking energy. This is why they're in dark, twisted things, because they're used to vamping. They're used to feeding energy off of other beings. And so they have to. It's not as if they want to or like to, but now they obviously like it. They get off. A narcissist argues with you because they get off of it. They feed off of it. Someone wants to put you down, make you feel bad, wants to get a reaction out of you. And once they get a reaction, now you're engaged in the arguing and the yelling and the name calling and the cussing, and now you're doing the same. That's exactly what they wanted. They're not done feeding off you. They're going to feed more off you. They're going to feed more energy off you. And so what are you doing? You're allowing it. You just enabled them. You just kind of helped them out. Machiwa. You get better. You get better at dealing with trolls. You see, we just let them out, Like, there's no gossip. But you guys saw Candace come in. She's attacked the channel so many times. Why is it a surprise? This is why we put boundaries. Are these people changing? These people who call themselves, they literally are calling themselves vampires. I'm a vampire, and I do black magic, and I'm going to curse your ass. You see, you understand the difference between the angel and the fallen angel. That doesn't even go into our minds. Our mind is about unity and unconditional loving. We will love those witches and vampires and fallen angels and demons, even though they do horrible shit like sacrifice, like torture, killing you. All the dark stuff, all the dark twisted. The more dark, the more twisted you can be, the more power you have in that system. In the phantom system, that's how it works. You will have even them eating each other, fighting each other, trying to take out each other, take what each other's got. There's no honor among narcissists. Okay? They don't have many friends. Most of their friends are competing amongst each other because that's their attitudes. That's the way they think. They're out to get anything they can, and they see everyone as an enemy, or they will have jealousy. Just like Yahweh in the Bible has jealousy. Don't believe me? Look it up. Yahweh has jealousy, and Yahweh has, it's the same thing. These people have these traits. They have these qualities of someone that takes, someone that is aggressive, someone that is negative, someone that is, always saying the F word. That, for example, you may not think that's a big deal. That's frequency. That's speech. That's spelling. Spelling F, U, spelling the C word, the S word, all these dark profanities. If you live in profanity, it is your frequency. If you live in judgment, you're in a freaking dark frequency. You see, this angel versus fallen angel, as a light worker, someone serving God's original intention, serving love, grace, bliss, kindness, responsibility, impeccability, in the 12 attitudes of mastery. You see how we're thinking in a whole different way than a dark being or a narcissist or a witch or a demon or a fallen angel. We don't even think the way they do. We don't have those ideas. We don't have those interests. I'm not interested in anything. Those people are into twisted sex, twisted relationships, twisted genders. They want twisted something not. They don't want normal. They don't want the organic. That's what I meant by I didn't mean to say normal. I meant organic. They don't want the natural. They don't want organic. They want something twisted, dark, off the sacred, off the godlike, Christ-like. They don't want unity. They want chaos. Did you notice how the Guardians call them Phantom? And they call it the path of chaos. These people, that are like this, are following the path of chaos. They're chaotic people. Okay? They're about chaos. They don't want harmony. They want to mess it all up, shake it all up. They want suffering. They want to see blood. They want to drink blood. Okay? So they're in a whole different frame of mind. You see the shadow coming over the earth. It's a fallen. This is why you're taking your ass to another timeline. You're aligning yourself, you're aligning your speech, you're aligning your thoughts and your relationships. You're aligning to the positive timeline, to the unity timeline, to the Christ conscious timeline. You're not going to stay in this cesspool. You're not going to stay in this black hole. You're not going to fall with all these other dark, fallen, distorted beings, are you? Bless you and your choices and your path. Stand in your light. Stand in your conviction. Stand in your Christ consciousness. Stand for the original intention of Creator God. Not some trans, not some shift, not some going over to a reverse state. We know the difference. We see it. We spot it. We're familiar. I recognize you. I see you. I transmute you. You class your black magic. You connect yourself to these dark, twisted gods. That is your, you say, karma. That is your. It is like you feel the sensation of a taking, a pulling, a stealing, an eating, a devouring. They're going to that. The dog eat dog, the shark eat shark, and you will better believe they will meet bigger vampires. They will be taken out by someone with that more, we call it how dark can you be, right? How twisted can you be? The worst despicable thing, those have more power. You have more power in that world if you're more twisted, disgusting, horrible. The more horrible, this is why the people in power, you know what they've had to do to get millions of dollars, billions of dollars, to get control of the political system, to get control in titles of power, become CEOs, become the tyrants, become the bankers. What have diabolical things they do? And if you think murder's the worst thing, they do so much worse things than just murder. Okay? They're not benefiting if they just murder you. They gotta have some access to some loosh, man. They do all of these sexual misery programs. They do all of these twisted programs. It's all part of some really diabolical end game in the final conflict drama. This is the final contract drama. They're against the Christos. It is fallen angels attacking the Christos, just like they did 250 billion years ago. They're not children of Unisai. They're behaving like children of, these archdemons and Satanists and Luciferians. Yeah. So this is part of what's happening on planet Earth, you guys. It is a war between angels and fallen angels. It's a war between good and evil. We don't use the word evil, though. We say negative and positive. But that bothers me. When you see them torturing little kids, you call that evil. You want to call that negative. I never got that. I just don't feel that. I'm sorry. I feel that is wicked. That is totally twisted and dark. You call it for what it is. Yeah, we're all one. So are the wicked ones. So are the evil ones. They're doing evil. They're practicing it. They're speaking it. Okay, you don't want to call them evil. Okay, I call them evil. Your brother, Anahazi, realize this is not a Christic principle, but I like to call these beings evil. So you shouldn't do that, but I'm going to do that. These diabolical beings are doing negative stuff. They're doing dark shit, man. A lot of these things are considered conspiracy theories, and people don't go there. They don't want to. You see, if you try to talk to your family member about conspiracy theories, you see them all getting uncomfortable. They don't want to hear about kids being enslaved and traded and humans being taken off planet. Do you really want to know what this whole P. Diddy thing is? I recommend that you go watch Carrie Cassidy. She doesn't bring this to YouTube the same reason I can't speak about it on YouTube. But it has something to do, not just trafficking these kids or sex slaves. Something to do with reptilians, something to do with off-planet stuff, man. But that in the mainstream, they don't believe in that kind of dark stuff. They don't even believe there's an Illuminati. They don't even believe there is aliens. I mean, heck, the military denies aliens. Okay, the government, most governments still deny aliens. They're not telling you and showing you on the mainstream. It's taboo, small little circles. Thank you for those hearts, holy ones. Bless you. Right? I mean, have you noticed I haven't touched the secret space program? That will scare the shit out of you, but that is the real deal. I've been invited to some of those secret space program, what do you call it? Seminars or events. So I might be speaking at one of those. But I'm going to be bringing the inner Christos message to this secret space program. Okay? Because Corey Good just cut it short, man. He started, but then he just fucking cut it off. Excuse my language, but he didn't follow through. Other whistleblowers are following through. Okay? Yeah, you're going to get your life threatened. You're going to get your kids threatened. Your loved ones threatened. When you put yourself in that position, you see what I'm saying? There's a dumb way, and then there's a smart way to do things. You have to look at and not be naive and realize there's people going to be trying to trick you. There's going to be some of your friends are not really your friends. They put themselves there to be close to you, to be able to manipulate you. 144 again. 144 people online. You said it. You said it. Indigo Jamie in the house. What's up, brother? And your fiance? Yeah, he was one of the ones we interviewed. Yeah, you said it, Maggie C. Camelot TV, Carrie Cassidy. She's the real deal, man. I believe she's also an indigo child. And she's been attacked. She's been attacked physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You know, she's got her appearance now. She was attacked by a weapon. Energy weapon. So don't be making fun of Carrie and her appearance. There's a reason. Look at her old pictures. She wasn't always like that. So she's definitely a fighter. She's definitely a warrior, and she's disclosing. It doesn't mean she knows all truth or all knowledge. I'm just saying we mention her because she's on our side. She's actually on the front lines. When your life gets threatened, when death threats are attempted on you, you know you're doing something right. You know, if they want to shut you up one way or another, you know you're doing something right. So the fallen angels started 250 billion years ago. And this is something that's important to understand. Just that little detail, that they weren't always fallen. They used to all get along. We got along in this time matrix for 250 billion. No, that's when we fell. We got along for 700 billion years. The Anu Elohim were good. The Anu, they were called Anu before. They were good. The Omicrons, the dragons, they were good. They were once good. The winged reptilians, they were once good. It all changed 250 billion years ago. So, whatever your paradigm is, just realize that it's way in the higher dimensions of reality, but now it affects all these dimensions. There is darkness now in all these dimensions, 1 through 11. So this is spiritual warfare, man. You want to be a light being, of course, and know that there's a spiritual war and a extraterrestrial takeover happening. We know that it will go down, but we came here during this time. I came here during this time. Ashiana came here during this time. Indigo Wizard came here during this time. Lisa Renee came here during this time. All you starseeds, all you indigo children, all you angelic humans, all you Azurites, all you Oraphim, we came here. We're coming here at this time. In this window of the stellar activation cycle. This is where the shit goes down, baby. We know it's going down, but we're coming here to help as many people as we can. You're going to be getting the Christ consciousness teachings, the law of one teachings, the unity consciousness teachings. You're going to get the biospiritual, bioregenesis healing technologies in this time period. This is where the final conflict happens, baby. This is where it happens. Whether it's a 200-year evac or whatever, That's small compared to a 26,000 year cycle. That's a little sliver. And it doesn't mean nothing's going to happen before 200 years. You know? Oh, what if they do take over before then? Do you think Ashana knows the exact date? Do I know the exact date? Does anyone else know the exact date? How do you know when it's going to really happen? You saw me show the PDF and mention something called Armageddon. When is that going to really happen? When is the ETs going to fake a Jesus returning? They faked Jesus returning, man, in parallel Earth. It says it in here. This is where I'm getting it from Voyagers 2. Parallel Earth was taken over by Zeta Gray aliens because they did a fake Jesus returning. And they used HARP in parallel Earth. What are they doing here in particle Earth? They're using HARP. They're twisting our religions and New Age belief systems. There's reptilians being here. They created a hybrid amongst our people called the Dracos. The Anunnaki created a hybrid amongst us called the Nephilim. Okay, so I see a repeat pattern. It looks like the same thing that happened in parallel Earth is happening here. If anything, you see it as confirmation. I saw the one forward too. So, if anything, you see the descending Earth is actually showing signs of it. You see signs of a falling Earth. This is why when you see some New Age clueless person saying we're all ascending, you see that they do not see. They don't actually have the vision. They don't actually have the truth. Inner Christos truth, law of one, unity truth, is not an opinion. You know, we talk about angels and fallen angels, but did you know there is something called divine right order? And the fact that darkness didn't always exist. We just got 1,000 views on this video. Darkness didn't always exist. Punks, punk ass, fallen angels, saying, oh, we're just as powerful as you. No, you're not. You're actually got your DNA, you got your ass capped at 11 strands. You ain't the shit. Okay? And they don't even want to get higher. They want to stay in their little kingdom of dimension 1 to 11. So they can be the principalities, the kings, the queens, the emperors, the rulers. That's how they roll. They want you disempowered. They want you as a slave, as a servant. You pay your taxes. You're serving. You go and tithe their churches. You're serving. You're worshiping the Pope. You're worshiping a saint. You're worshiping an archangel. You're serving these phantom fallen beings. And you will fight with me and argue with me and say Yahweh is good. Toth, the fallen angel, is good. You will say Enoch is good. Okay. We're going from the Emerald Order's point of view. I've confirmed that in my own spiritual journey. The Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order is a real guardian organization, a real race, a real consciousness that, yes, I confirmed, I saw, I heard, I felt with my own self. I confirmed these teachings. I can't share that truth with you, homeboy, homegirl. You got to go into your own inner God, inner Christ self. That's where you're going to find your proof. You want proof so bad, baby, go inside and you will get it. Your own soul will tell you. It'll tell you who you are. It'll tell you if you're going to ascend in this life. Your own soul is going to tell you who your twin flame is. Your own soul is going to tell you or connect you. Okay? Not something else. I know some of you do tarot. You love tarot. Okay. Just realize who gave you tarot. Who gave you Wicca? Who gave you divination? Was it not Enoch who explained the fallen angels gave you these practices? Practices that don't go into the inner Christ. Practices that don't go into the inner Templar. Practices that don't function on unity. You're not finding your higher self, baby, in that route with those tools connected. Do you not understand? Is it too hard to understand that astrology is connected to the planets? The planets are labeled as gods. You're serving Roman gods. You're serving Greek gods. Zeus, Apollo. You're worshiping these gods in Marvel superhero movies. Thor. Your astrology, your full moon spellcraft. You know, the moon is not even real, homeboy, homegirl, witches, and warlocks. It's not even a real planet. No, Pluto the god, Saturn the god, Kronos. Your energies, your astrology chart, your birth chart is connected to these divine beings, not divine. They call themselves creator gods. They say they are your god. They're not your creator. Zeus did not create you. Horus did not create you. Horus is not a god. There's only one of those. Did you know that Creator is the being who created everything? It was not Osiris who created everything. It was not Allah. It was not Jehovah. Yahweh. Those are false creator gods. These are fallen angels and demons pretending to be good guys. Are you falling for it? Chump? Punk? Yeah, worship him, right? You're like wearing it as an insignia or a medal of honor. Yes, I'm a Tothian. Yes, I am finding myself in a deck of cards. Like it came out this way. It just came out this way. This is truth. This is messages from God. This is messages from my higher self. No, it's not. You find it in the energy structure of your own being. You find connections to yourself and to who you are, your identity, what your future is, what your past is always, has been, always will be inside. You understand consciousness in levels of consciousness and spirit, and you are all these levels. You are this level here, but you're also the 5D level, you're the 8D level, you're the 12D level. You're also the solar rishi level, the meta-terrestrial. You're also the ascended master level. What's up, homies? You're the God level. Remember, there's only one God. There's only one creator. Why is there 12 gods then in Roman? Why is there 12 astrology powers? There's one. But you're following their religions. Do you not understand that this is their religions? This is their spiritual practices. Do you see Ashiana or the guardians teaching you tarot cards or astrology charts? Do you see them using dowsing rods? Do you see them teaching you anything to do with these? You don't see nothing about that. Instead, you're going to learn Sacred Templar. You're going to learn Divine Blueprint. You're going to learn Cathara biospiritual healing within. As a matter of fact, this healing system teaches you not to heal other people. It teaches you to facilitate their healing through their own higher self. You see how it's all within. It's all within. It's not out, not on some freaking planets, not some alignments, not some numbers. It's all inside Christos, Holy Ones, Holy Christos Avatar. Your power is right here. Your light is right here, man. Your family of consciousness is here. Your collective is here. Your history is here. Your powers are here, man. It's nowhere else. It's not out here, man. It's not some magical lucky number system or some card system. Bless you and your journey within. Bless you and your connection. Your connection to your angel. Your connection to your archangel. Your connection. In here is your connection. You will find your grace. You will find your majesty. You will find your power. You will find your identity inside Machiwa. Thank you. Bless you. I am Christar. I am Christar. I am Christar. When you say that, you acknowledge your 12th dimension. Christ. Christos. It is the 12th dimensional consciousness. You hear Christ, think 12D. Someone said Christ, 12D. Christos, 12D. When you say, I am Christar, you're saying you're aware of your 12th dimensional consciousness. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. Shada ure akuntan. Shada ure akuntan. Sing your songs, holy ones. Shada ure akuntan. Sing the song of Lyra. Remember the song of Orion. Remember your people. Remember your family. Remember your inner Christos, your inner God spark. Remember thyself. Thank you for joining me on tonight's live. Well, there's still 155 people. You guys, these usually I end the live, but 155 people is a lot of 155 people. So some of you want to say goodbye. You can say goodnight. I'm going to stay here. Now it's 163 people. So we should probably get lit and talk some more about angels versus fallen angels. So we got a lot of people who love this information. We got some haters as well. You're going to see haters attacking this channel. You're going to see haters attacking our live. You're going to see haters attacking our interviews. But we're still in our conviction. We're still in our strength. We're in our code. We're in our Guardian, Emerald Order Guardian agenda. So you're going to get haters attacking. You're going to get people disagreeing. Okay. Did you not notice at the beginning I said you can disagree? It's okay to disagree and voice it. As long as you're being kind, that's it. So, but just understand, you guys, there's a lot of people full of love for these teachings. Yes, we see some people trolling, but man, I get comments and feedback on Facebook. People are messaging me on Facebook. I get to see the effect of this work. And I'm not calling it my work. This is the Emerald Covenant work. This is our work. This is our community. Okay? And so we are gonna be grown ass light workers and understand, like in our video, you're gonna have someone trying to do porn on our freaking interview. They're trying to do fart jokes and porn jokes. We're adults. We transmute that and we move on with this inner Christos message. Okay, they're going to keep sending out their perversions, their distortions, and their hatred. We're going to keep. Does that change you? Does that change you from your mission? Are you going to stop being loving and unconditionally loving all? Are you going to stop talking about unity in Christ consciousness? You can expect trolls. You can expect haters. You can expect profane people. You can expect judgmental people. You can expect all this in this, you would say, descending earth. These are signs of descending earth. These are symptoms of descending earth. We're not here as saviors. We're not saving people. This is what people are doing. They're messaging me, trying to ask me to save them. Help me, help me, help me. Like they didn't. Oh, shit. Wait, my camera just, I thought it was plugged in. I see it's not plugged in. Let me go to something you can see at least, like my Photoshop. Yeah, let me plug it in. It's not plugged all the way in. And so my phone was not charging. So my phone just died. So it's coming back online. While it's coming online, I'll look at chat. Nascent now. These people got you turned around. I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe you can clarify. XCV11. I know that, brother or sister. I can't see your picture. I know that. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about messages I've been getting. I've been getting messages on Instagram, messages on YouTube, messages on Facebook, messages. Wait. So I'm not talking about you, brother. Don't worry. The stupid thing. It came back. It's on, but it's not going past the. What is up with this thing? It's not letting me slide it like normal. I got to take it off my tripod, I guess. It's not going to cooperate. It's so stupid. So I'm putting it back on. Now the camera's out of place, but let me check. Yeah, it looks like it's showing the side of the screen. Of my green screen. Now it's back to normal. There. Seems like the lighting's off. The lighting got off somehow. But it's okay. It's acceptable. You're back. Thank you. Thank you, Holy One. JK Love. Thank you, Holy One. Well, I don't know about Bashar. I haven't studied his teachings. But what I do know from Bashar is that he channels. Does he channel his higher self? I don't know. No, he's speaking a different language and shit. What I'm saying is, he sits in a chair. He waits for this being to overcome him. What the F, right? So maybe some of you are Bashar fans, but man, we don't channel. We're not channeling other entities, other aliens, other angels, other archangels. What? So, but that's what people are in the New Age. They have no problems with that. They think it's normal, and that they get so excited. I'm an angel channeler. I'm channeling. You should listen to me because I connect to aliens and stuff. Okay, the Guardians, the Emerald Covenant Guardians outside of polarity, inside of Omni Christos love, they call that risky. They call it dangerous. Because it's just like invocation in magic, Wicca, witches. They're invocating spirits inside their fields, man. They want to, though. That's what they're trying to do. But when you do that, you see, this is where the risk comes in. This is where the danger comes in. Ashiana describes it as you're basically bringing something into your fields, and it can actually, especially in trans mediumship, it could turn into a body position. This is why it's dangerous. You understand that if there's body possession, where does your consciousness go? So they even talk about how they have been able to do body possession when the intended soul is trying to go into the body. They will do it, some type of disruption in that moment, so they get into the body. Now, I can't remember which workshop that was because I've watched so many of Ashana's workshops. I think it was one of the older workshops, but yeah. This is one of the many crazy ass things they do, and that was like a big issue, you guys, with the fallen angels, the Illuminati races, and all the dark spirits. They were opening portals and wormholes back in those days. So there was a lot of problems with these spirits going around and causing havoc in ancient Egypt. This is why I was telling our brother, he went to Egypt recently, Mr. Mendism, or now he's Sir Mendism. So I told him, man, whatever you do when you go to Egypt, make sure you're protecting yourself. We're talking about ancient energy there. And we know that they took over the gate. That's their area. So you better believe there will be some spiritual confrontation, possibly. Especially if you're seen as a light worker. Oh, they would love a bunch of clueless tourists over there, right? But if you're actually got this aura and they see some indigo color ray. So, anyways, you guys, so much respect for you guys being here with me. I know that some of you wanted to get lit, but Nadja Orange Bird. Well, I had told you I haven't studied what he's actually saying, so I don't know. But if that's what you're saying, I have no reason to not believe you. But that's what's called channeling your higher self. And this is actually, I've heard Ashana make a case too with the Seth material. She said that this lady was actually channeling her parallel self. So in that regards, it's not channeling some other family of consciousness. She's channeling her own family. And we wouldn't use the word channel. That's internal. Okay, that's internal in your own system. So that's telepathy. And Ashana does something called Kelantic electronic data streaming. She does something regarding Kelantic science to communicate, because we are electrical beings. They use electrical systems to actually not channel, but connect in that regard. There's different ways to connect, you guys. We want to do the telepathy route, not the channeling route. There's on occasions you'll see me doing light language, but it's simply just a few words while I'm within myself, within my own connections. And when I go into meditation, or it's not even meditation, it's mostly just, you think meditation is a deep stillness and relaxation. Well, I'm walking around, I'm holding crystals, and I keep most of the lights off. I leave enough light on where I can see the floor. So I'm basically on medicine in an altered state, and that is not same as standing still, but I'm still connecting. And I see all these different levels of myself. So this is why I know it's not some other entity. I'm seeing all these levels of myself. I'm feeling the energies. I'm seeing the energies. So it's not, channeling. And this is when I'll do light language. And think about it, you guys. Do you think your other selves are all going to speak Earth English? Do you think English is being spoken outside of Earth? Do you think it's like this major language in the universe? Yes, your other selves are going to speak another language most likely. Will they downstep and speak in your language sometimes? Of course. This is how you can even understand. It's kind of like some universal translation going on. Because when you can hear animals talk and plants speak, well, they're not so speaking English. You're understanding it because there's some translation going on. It's the same with connecting to ETs. It's in English, but are you really speaking English amongst each other? So you see what I'm saying? If you're getting some message going on with your family of ascended masters, or your angel family, your guardians, people call them their guides. This is you. We talk about 1,728 other selves. That's a lot of selves. How many friends do you have on Facebook? Well, maybe it's 1,000 or 2, but the maximum is 5,000. Well, you have 1,728 spiritual identities, incarnations. Oh wait, am I still on the thing? Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought I had Photoshop still on. Sorry guys, the feed is always way behind. Free White Dove's getting lit. Soul Stars is lit. Coming in late. Hope all is well with everyone. Gonna have to watch from the beginning. Christos Avatar. Hope all is well. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, we just haven't finished yet. I know some people are probably tired in their time zone. They got to go. That's cool. That's fine. I'm not, I understand. It's just sometimes the energy goes on. And so I can feel when it's done, basically. Yeah, you want to stay with the Christ, the Christos. That's our connection. That's our connection to our divine blueprint. And let me ask you, let's say you learn about the divine blueprint. Why would you want to be operating not from your divine blueprint? This is also part of the Christ consciousness. You're connecting to the non-polarized self. The 12th dimension is the Christ self, is also the it's in unity. So it's not like you're getting 100% of that, right? In the 3D, which has, because of the planet's grids are distorted. You can't get 100% of yourself in here. This is why even a master like Ashiana is still aging. Because you're still limited. Your biology is still going to be limited. Your 3D biology is still limited to the distortions in Earth's fields. So I know some people try to make a case. Why are you still aging? Why do you have gray hair if you're connected to your Christos? Because our planet has a distortion in it. So all life ages and dies. Maybe certain people on a certain lifestyle can live longer, because I think it's hard for most people to believe. Thank you for those hearts, Holy One. It's probably hard for most people to believe that you can live to 150. Well, maybe 125 at least. Because there is people who say they're that old. 150 is not like crazy ass number. Especially when you know we've lived to 900 years old. 1,000 years old before on this planet. But maybe your memory doesn't go back that far when we were immortal. It talks about it in here. Okay, let's look. I just got to put the word immortal in there. So let me switch to the PDF and see what comes up when we put immortal. Go to the top, go into the search box and put immortal. Immortal, so that'll bring up immortal and immortality. 25 results for immortal, 4 results for immortality. Let's look at immortal first. Oh my gosh, the first result. The original human body was immortal. Okay, this is talking about the human hybridization on planet Earth. Originally, the human body, I just was talking about this, right? Originally, the human body was designed to transmute and ascend, not die and reincarnate. The 24 cycles, remember, because there's 12 on particle and 12 on antiparticle. So the 24 cycles of transmutation later became the 24 cycles of reincarnation, or birth and death. It's not natural. As you can see, we're not supposed to be going through death. We're supposed to be transmuting and ascending. But we don't do that anymore because of these distortions in Earth's fields. Now we're not immortal. Incarnates who kept the integrity of their genetic code transmuted. This is what we used to do. Through each of the races, such as Lemurian race, then you go through the Atlantean race, then you go through the Hebrew race. She's talking about the Earthseed races. Then ascended within their immortal bodies through the halls of Amenti, when we had the sphere of Amenti. This first seeding was 25 million years ago. The Native Americans call it the Third World. We lost those who lost their immortal genetic codes, because now all of us have, and did not leave Earth, perished, along with many animal life forms perished, as Earth's planetary environment was thrown into chaos. This is during the Electric Wars. They're talking about the Electric Wars. The Electric Wars. So there was definitely chaos in that time. A new kind of multi-layered consciousness would develop in the human, quite different. This is what we have now. Something different. Quite different. Different from the earlier unified awareness of its immortal body. What's up, homies? We're immortals, just not currently. And also because of this Templar Axion seal, you're not going to be immortal. But that's a whole nother conversation to try to explain the DNA seals. I think we talked about it in my interview I had an interview. We talked about that. Reclaim the immortal body and ascend out of matter form. That's the goal. Rediscover the reality of the immortal body and fully conscious connection to God. That will happen again once the seventh race cycle will assemble the DNA strand 6, that's the third eye, and open the potential of ascension to Gaia. Obviously, it's not happening because the seventh stargate already closed. Machiwa, the Taran priests of Mu, Lemuria, commissioned many of their immortal members. See, some of them are not on Earth, they're in Earth or somewhere else close and connected. So they are immortal. Some of them are still immortal. The immortal body and the original 12-strand DNA. See, when you're 12-strand again, you will be immortal again. And you will have your memory all back. This is just a temporary fudgery. An E.T. Nephilim, an immortal. This was Akhenaten. Akhenaten's reign. Okay, so an ET from the second seeding was brought to Earth from Nibiru carrying a patriarchal version. Oh, okay, so this is the negative version. This is not what I'm thinking, so. It is the promise of humanity returning to the integrity of the immortal God being that is the original morphogenetic imprint of the human race. Yes, that is our divine blueprint, is immortal. Okay, we're trying to return to that. Return to that. Because you will get your immortality back. Screw this aging, dying, and death, and disease, and farting, and pooping, and eating, and having to eat other life forms. Forget all that stuff. I want my immortal breatharian body back, right? The human body was originally designed to be immortal. You getting it yet? This seal, and we're talking about a DNA seal. Wait. This DNA seal ended humanity's ability. The seal of Immente is also called the death seal. The death DNA seal. This DNA seal ended humanity's ability to possess an immortal body and created the necessity for birth and death through reincarnation over and over and over in order to evolve. See, in order to evolve, we have to go through death and dying down here. Before we did it, we would just simply transmute while we're still living. This DNA seal stopped the process of bodily transmutation. That's what we want. We want that back. It's been taken away from us. Oh, what happened to my search thing? I must have closed it. Anyways, I'll go back. I just wanted to show that. Machiwa, holy ones! Yeah, this got bumped up. I think this is a good time. Oh, did I do something? Why is it frozen? Oh, it just kind of flaked out for a second. Yeah, you guys, this is almost 3 hours long, so. Wow. Tracy Lee became... Oh, sorry, guys. I missed the memberships. Free White Dove renewed her membership. Oh, she gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Free White Dove. Bless you, sister. And that was 3 hours ago. OMG. Sorry, I don't even know if you're still here. If someone knows Free White Dove, she's not here, please tell her I read your message later, and I'm grateful. Thank you so much for helping. That's your guys' sponsor, whoever became members today. Tracy Lee... Welcome back, Tracy Lee. Sunset Dreams, thank you for supporting this work, Holy One. And I want to say, you guys, it's only been $5 tonight. You guys know I live off, I survive off of you guys. So please, if anyone can help out, well, let me make sure this is off. I got to refresh my screen. Yeah, it's too late to get lit. If I got lit, we'd stay here to 10. Another 45 minutes. Yeah, I broke it. Okay. Yeah, you guys. Firebomb Lazriel wants to do it. Yeah, it's too late, you guys. I really should go eat. I'm hungry. I'm starting to get hungry, and some of you are probably tired. Maybe next time. Yeah, synchronicity, right? And I want to say, you guys, if any of you, it says 1,200 views on this video so far. If any of you guys, what's interesting is YouTube will either remove those views or hide some of those views. I don't know why they do that. You can see for yourself, it says 1,200. As soon as I end the live, it'll be half that number for some reason. But 5:14 a.m.? Have you gone to bed yet, or you just wake up really early, Rue E.G.? Wow. Lazarel, oh, bless you, Holy One. Thank you. And I want to say that real quick, you guys. If any of you like this video, this interesting work, this knowledge, these teachings, please support this work. I can only do this full time with your help. So I'm asking you guys to please help support this work. $5, $10, $50, whatever you feel called to. Bless you in helping this grow and expand. And this is how we continue going on. You can also support this work by becoming a member. There's a lot of members here. You see them. They're supporting this work. And also, if you can also check out my artwork. I make some alien artwork, starseed artwork. Check it out. It's on my Etsy shop link below. So thank you guys for that. And I'll be here again on Tuesday. Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If it was like 8:45, I would get lit with you. But now it's like 9:15, you guys. So let's wait until next time. If we'll do it next time. So I know there was a lot of emotion around tonight's live. There was a lot of probably people, some haters that you had to, or moderators had to deal with, or whatever. There will be probably some hate comments later in the comments, after the live. Who knows? But there's plenty of people who love this information, who are grateful for this information, who are grateful for these teachings. And we have our moderators sharing the links to these content so you can study in your leisure. I don't charge for the teachings. The membership main purpose is to support this work, to help it keep on going and going. So thank you guys so much for that, for hanging with me for almost 3 hours. And it says 12:12, right when I noticed at the end it says 12:12. Isn't that beautiful? The divine number is 12. Base 12, baby, not base, what is this, planet Earth on? So thank you guys for coming tonight, and I hope to see you again. I should have that video by Monday. I might have it done by tomorrow, but I'm not going to upload it on a Monday. I Sunday. I'll wait till Monday to upload it. My Athean Mantis video. And I've seen all kinds of AI art out there and all kinds of people doing really good with aliens and stuff. Like I'm doing alien. I haven't seen anyone do anything good with mantis beings. And I've checked. So this will be a very good video. It will be a very interesting video, right? So it'll be like a 1-minute video, but that should be Monday. And I try to make videos almost every day except the weekends. Every other day or something like that. Some videos I can do in one day. Other videos take a few days to make. So bless all of you guys. Thank you for being here. And much respect to your spiritual journey. Look at those Pegasus. Woohoo! Machiwa. And I can't wait to finish the Athean, because that will be that means I finished the Blue Flame races. I really should make another Anu one though. The on you one needs to be done again. But besides that, I need to do a dinoid one too. A bipedal dinosaur, right? Because that's one of the gold flame races, dinoids. But I can't wait to get to the violet flame races. I'll get to the Pegasus. I'll get to the whale and the dolphins and the aquatic apes. I can't wait for that. Thank you guys for being here with me and for spending time with family. Give your family a hug. Yeah. Kisses and hugs. Some of you are licking. I see you licking. You don't have to lick that person. I want to lick. Baby, what's up? I'm not saying that for myself. So bless all of you. And see, I'm not high, but I'm still talking about licking. I didn't know what's up with that. So bless all of you guys and your spiritual journey. And thank you for all of you developing yourselves. You see people expanding and growing in these teachings and being friendly and kind. We can stand strong. We have to survive. We have to stay strong. We're going to be attacked. Expect rude people. Expect disgusting people. Expect aggressive people. Just learn how to transmute it. Learn how to stand in your convictions. Blessings. I already said the affirmations earlier. Good night, you guys. Namaste. See you soon. Treat each other good. Treat yourself good. Love yourself. Send love everywhere. Why not? Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Do, 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 do. Namaste. Machiwa. Masutas.